We are going to study the galaxies. So let's review the structure of the galaxies briefly. Galaxy is made of the three components. At the centers, we have bulge, and it's a very very thin disk. So this is a disk made of the number of stars, and this part is we call the bulge. In the outer regions, some small number of the stars is also exist outside of the disk. We call this region is halo. The size of the galaxy is typically the diameters of the galaxy is 80,000 light years. This is the size of the galaxy. It's really big one. And as I explained, the disk is very thin. The thickness of the disk is much shorter than the diameter of the disk. Is about 10,000 light years. Okay, this is the size of the galaxies, and there's some names of the galaxies. Okay, then we'd like to compare with the size of the galaxy with our solar system. Our solar system, we have learned the sun is a really big one compared with other planet, and the planet is rotating. Then the most distant planet is Neptune. Is located 30 AU from the sun. So we could consider the Neptune. So even outside of the Neptune, we still have some of the object, Kuiper belt object. So we could consider the size of the solar system is a little bit larger than the size of the orbit of the Neptune is 80 AU, astronomical unit. Then we could consider compare the two sizes. Size of solar system over size of the galaxy, our galaxy. So this means 80 AU over 80,000 light years. So this is about 2 times 10 to minus 8. So 2 times 10 to minus 8 is really small numbers. Then we can solve the questions. So our classrooms, typical size of the classroom is about 10 meters times 10 meters. So we could consider this is a galaxy, size of the galaxy. Then what is the size of our solar systems? Then how can you get the size of the solar system? It's quite easy calculations. 10 meters times, you have to multiply the ratios. 2 times 10 to minus 8. So what's the 2 times 10 to minus 8? You could calculate 2 times 10 to minus 7 meters. So this is really small numbers. You have to use a prefix to describe the small numbers. This is 0.2 micrometers. Micro means 10 to minus 6. What's the size of this small size of the 0.2 micrometers? Typical size of the cell is micrometers. So this means this is smaller, much smaller than the size of the cell. Base unit of bodies a cell. So what's the size of the 0.2 micrometers? 0.2 micrometers is the size of the influenza virus. This is influenza virus. So we cannot look at the virus even if we use an optical microscope due to the resolution limit. You might be so surprised how small our solar system is compared with the galaxies. Okay, this is the answer of these questions.